Hi, I'm Alan Fine, and I'm here to talk about the new Park Hyatt St. Kitts, and with me is General Manager Flor van de Vaart, and this is Insider Travel Report. Flor, let's talk about this property. It's a Park Hyatt. We know that how the standard is high. Tell us about the similarities to the other Park Hyatts and what sets this one apart, please.
Well, thank you first of all, Alan. The park is known obviously for understated luxury. It's we cater to a very discerning guest, and when you get to Park Hyatt St. Kitts, you'll find that immediately present. The beauty of Park is typically a very high standard of culinary and beverage offerings that really cater well to the preferences and needs of our discerning guests. And you'll see that also at the Park Hyatt St. Kitts. It's a resort, it's in the Caribbean, so there's a whole bunch of other flares and flavors that are combined with this offering. And you notice that immediately when you walk into the resort and or any of our outlets throughout the resort.
Do you want to tell us about specific amenities?
Absolutely. Let me start from the beginning. If you get to the resort, what immediately falls upon you is a certain level of peace and tranquility. Our walk-in and entrance it has this waterway that just speaks, calmness and serenity. And as you walk through that hallway, the resort starts to open up as you get to the end of the hallway, where on the left side you'll see there's our hosts welcome you. It's where we do our check-in. It's the living room. It's not a front desk per se. That's really not the feeling that we want to create. At that same point, you'll have a great look of the combination of the Atlantic and the Caribbean Ocean, and across of that pond you have the neighboring island Nevis. You'll see as you walk into the property a beautiful structure. It's like a huge palapa, and it's our fisherman village. It's our restaurant that is really catering to our, the Caribbean flair of fish and lobsters. I don't want to go into it too far because our exec chef will hopefully have a chance to explain that all to you. And there's nobody else on this planet that can explain that as if you're there
As well.
Yeah. But if you then, you get situated with the assignment of your room, a bellman will take you in a golf cart to your assigned lodging quarters. Our hotel, we have 126 rooms, and they're all single loaded, which means that they all have an amazing view of this waterway and the neighboring island Nevis. The Park Hyatt St. Kitts is locked between the fisherman village, and on the other side you have our presidential villa, which is an amazing location from a view, but also from how it's built and the layout of the suite. And in between you have all these buildings, about 18 of them, that have combinations of regular rooms. When I say regular, though, it's not just.
It is Park Hyatt regular.
It is Park Hyatt regular. I am telling you, my front office team, I've told them from the get-go, so nobody will come back to you and say, I don't like the view. And so typically in a hotel, you have 50% that's looking at the wrong side. Right. That is not existing here. And they're buildings of 3 high, so everybody's feeling very part of the resort, the layout, the landscaping, the 2 main pools, which is a rampart pool, which is an adult-oriented pool, very calm, serene. It has these beautiful bows built out of brick from the island, very, very impressive, and it's a certain calmness at that space. The main pool is a zero entry pool, and then it's an infinity pool. That is just, and you can enter it from about 4 different spots. Kids love it, adults love it. Nobody is in the way, and it gives the ability to any generation, I want to say, to really find their spot and their location and enjoy the resort. We have 3 restaurants. Fisherman Village is one, and then we have the Great House, kind of situated in the middle of the property. It's a great house because it's our 3-meal restaurant, but it's also where you find our concierge. It's our living room. We have our Fleming's cocktail bar. You have to find and see Manish. He's a virtuoso and makes the best cocktails you can find on the island. And then we have our adult-only Stone Barn restaurant, which is really an open kitchen with a menu to share with your partner or your friends that come along, hopefully, and enjoy a wonderful night.
Do you want to please tell us about the curated journeys? Guests come to your location, and you offer them places to go, things to do?
Yeah, absolutely. There's people that want just a chair, a book, and nothing else. And then there's obviously people that love to explore the beauty of the destination. We have two particular journeys that I would like to highlight. One is a journey into history. You all heard of Hamilton. He was born in Nevis, and it's just amazing to understand how that all intertwines. And in St. Kitts, we have this journey into history that brings people to Romney Manor. It brings us to one of the oldest forts in the Caribbean called Brimston Hill. Then in Port Sante downtown has a historic side to it. And so that is a tour that brings you through that whole space. And when you come back, your turn-down amenity will be 3 locally driven and built rums with a wonderful story. I'm not going to tell you the story. As you drink, the story evolves and opens up. So, and then we have
which happens when you're drinking.
I hope so. And then you have the other journey into adventure. It's a bit more of an action-packed, but we'll take you to the zip line, which is an incredible experience through the rainforest of St. Kitts. And then you get picked up there by quads, and they drive you through the rainforest back to the resort. And then you end this journey into adventure at our Miraval Spa, where you'll be pampered and brought back to earth, basically, after all that adventure. But those two are very popular and are home runs.
Now, is it so long after the storm that we don't even talk about it? How did St. Kitts do in the storm?
We were extremely lucky. These things are 200 miles wide, and literally the first one went north and the second one went south. We had absolutely zero damage. We had some vegetation from the rain, because we did have rain, but we didn't have the hurricane winds and the ocean. And so we actually, the whole island and Nevis were untouched. With St. Maarten and Anguilla, other islands were devastated and are still feeling it. We have staff, though, that has family on those islands, so we do have a very caring approach, and understand that there are people that need this help. And part of Park is, especially Park Hyatt St. Kitts, where we care for others so they can be their best, and if we don't take care of their families, we don't have them at their best. So this is an ongoing challenge, I want to say, for many of us. Although the resort and our destination, St. Kitts, is open for business and hasn't been closed. We've been very lucky.
Talk more about the staff. It sounds like it's a big family.
You get literally welcomed into their home as you enter this hotel, and that's what you hear from feedback from customers. They don't talk so much about the hotel only, they talk about Caroline and Julian's and how they've been taking care of their personal needs, and that.
So it's not so much just family, it's the family's home, and they treat it like that, and you feel that when you get there.
Absolutely. Genuine warmth, caring. I mean, we love, I'm always amazed when people come with the kids. The Kittitians love taking care of kids. But then they come with the grandfather and grandmother, and oh my God, it's like a holy symbol of the family. And so how they wrap around them, it's incredible.
And so the family feeling, I would imagine, even though you're new, I would expect you'll get a lot of repeat visits.
Yeah, that's obviously the goal of many of the resorts, to do what guests really want and exceed that, so that they do decide to come back. And we've already, even though we just opened, we've seen people come back already, and they have, I mean, all the people that I've met personally in, for example, our first December, they've all booked and rebooked already for this year. And we actually had last week, we had 2 families that had stayed 4 months ago, and they're back again.
That's quite a compliment.
Yeah, that's how I see it. It's a testament to our team and our staff in really making people feel home and special, and that's what you come back for.
Right. All right, so we're talking to a lot of travel agents. Tell them how to best work with you and what's available right now.
So first of all, thank you for even entertaining the thought of coming to us. But we have, for example, 2 enormous and I think great specials out there right now. It's a fortnight free with a $300 credit per person that can be applied to your incidentals. And then we also have it's literally called Too Sweet to Be True.
I like that. That's funny.
If you book a suite for 7 days or longer, we'll match or we credit your account with $1,000 per person for that stay, which is, I think it's an enormous and it's a great offer.
And tell us about the special commission rate for agents right now.
Well, till the end of the year, we have a 15% commission rate for the agents, so which is very. I hope it entices all them to book us even more.
I would think so.
Yeah, I sure hope so. Obviously, our website has a whole bunch of information about how you can get there and how.
Give them the website.
Absolutely, it's parkhyattstkids.com.
Great, thank you. Well, thank you for telling us all about it. It sounds wonderful. Good luck. And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.